was Orchard Avenue. But Daddy still lived. Daddy still lived at Fried Canyon. You know, he worked. He'd come in every 2 or 3 weeks, and he did that for 4 or 5 years, and then they made him a. He went out all over after that. They closed that down, and he went to Nevada and New Mexico and all the western states trying to buy ore or whatever for the company until Texaco and New Jersey dissolved, and then Jimmy was shipped to Gilman. But he worked out of town for 9 years.
What was your first impression of Gilman?
I didn't have a first impression of Gilman. You know, it was, it was beautiful. They had
Well, it was a little mining town up on the side of a cliff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a mining town. The mine was beneath all the buildings.
Whoops, battery's gone down.
Oh.
All right, what about the mine?
Well, your daddy was transferred to the mine, and I don't remember, but Beth was 3 years old, and the mine was hundreds and hundreds of feet above all the town, and there were 3 layers of roads, and we got the nurse's house. There was no room, we didn't have any place to stay, and they moved us right by the hospital, and we got the nurse's house, and we had steam heat that came from the hospital. We had steam heat that came from the hospital.
So we didn't have to shovel coal.
No, and we didn't have any. We didn't have to pay the heat. The heat was already at the hospital, and it ran right into the nurse's home. And our rent was $50 a month.
Was that good?
Yes, it was good. A lot of people paid $100 plus all their heat. They'd have 100 or so heating bill, but we didn't have to pay any heating bill at all. And it was real, real cold, and you could look up at the mountain and you could see a cross on the mountain. It was it was a natural cross on the top of this mountain. And on the other side of our mountain was Vail, Colorado. It was really, really an interesting place. And you'd go walk to the post office, and you could see there would be deer. The people that lived below us, we were on the 3rd level below. There was 1, 2, 3, and they had steps going up to each road. But on the lower level, the people could sit on their front porch and shoot deer.
On their front porch?
Oh, from their front porch, the people that lived in the lower level from us. See, the main road separated us from the lower level. There was 2 levels of houses below us, and then there were 3 levels above us. And they had to put your piano up from the bottom, from the main road, up the hill by some kind of thing, and put it in the basement, because we had a basement. And but the men had to work way down, and your daddy wasn't happy about working underground, because it was a lot, you know. It was way down underground. And
what were they mining?
I don't know. Uranium? I don't know. I know they looked for uranium, but I don't know what they were mining at all. It was a very fascinating. They had a school there, and we were 30 minutes from Leadville, Colorado, where they had, they didn't have gold. I think it was silver. They had silver mines and stuff near Leadville and stuff. There's a lot of historical stuff about that part of the country. It's very fascinating.
What kind of historical stuff?
Oh, they were real rich people like in Leadville and stuff.
Molly Brown?
Huh?
Molly Brown?
Well, yeah. I think Molly Brown was from there. I'm not sure. And then there was another one that they were real rich, and he died, and he told her to hold on to the mine, and it didn't make anything. It just faded out, and she lived in an old shack for years and years, and held on to that mine, and she got very poor, and they were very rich when he died.
She lived there with a donkey, didn't she?
Yeah,
I saw that old shack.
Yeah, but she stayed there the rest of her life because he said stay there. That Leadville was a very interesting place. And then they had another little town not too far from us, but Vail was developing when we moved there. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of skiers that went up on the mountain. It's a very popular place now. But we lived there 2.5 years, and then Daddy got a transfer to Center Valley.